Hi everybody! Rah! This Critic Creature here, back with another review video, and this time I'm gonna do it on a childhood classic show called Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Now, as you may have known, it was a very popular Nickelodeon show that some of you may have watched that. Well, some of you may be in your 20s that you may have watched it during your childhood. It was a very good childhood favorite. And there are even crossovers with the other one that was created from Butch Hartman, named Fairly Odd Parents. There have been a few crossovers. But you know Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, the intellect of every scientific mind in the known universe. Well, everything about that is very cool. He faces off against aliens, supervillains. I mean, a lot of them. And while at the same time still trying to get home in time for dinner. And with his two best friends, Sheen and Carl. It's always an adventure in little old Retroville. Sheen, a little spiky head, and always obsessed with the superhero Ultra Lord. And there's Carl Weezer, the near germaphobe, who's also a llama-obsessed fanboy who dreams one day owning his own llama farm. And I gotta tell ya, that is very, very weird. Because, to my opinion, the only good llama movie I've ever seen was The Emperor's New Groove. That involved the llamas. Well, I can't wait to see what Carl will do against demon llamas. Demon llama! Well, enough of that. Well, let's get back to it. Well, we all know that Jimmy Neutron didn't start with the TV show. We all know it started with the whole thing with the movie. And then we all know how that happened. It starts with him and Carl and his robotic... Oh man, I almost forgot about Goddard. How could I forget about Goddard? His own mechanical canine companion. Who doesn't love Goddard? I mean, wouldn't you love to have a robot dog? All you have to do is just feed him any empty soda can. A soda can, and take him on walks like every other dog and pick up some rusted bolts and lug nuts, which is very cool. And he can also fly, shoot lasers, help you with options. I mean, and he's the perfect dog companion for every one of you that's allergic to dogs. Well, we all know that in the movie, the very first villains he faces off against was the Yokians, a race of alien eggs. I mean, they're just weird, right? King Goddard and his annoying brother Ooblar. All those. Then after that, it goes into a whole thing where he can make anything. Well, we all know that Jimmy is so smart he can make a shrink ray out of a few spare parts and a toy. It's all amazing how much an intellect he has. And when he needs to have an idea, you see he thinks, and then you see what he's thinking, and then when he's got it, he says brain blast. I mean, it's always the coolest thing of what he can do with that mind of his. He can turn anything. He can turn a piece of junk into a hover car. I mean, he even has a tree. a clubhouse that that goes all the way under his whole entire property. Under it. It's amazing what he can do when he puts his mind to it. Literally. And I don't think we'll ever see a mind like that. And he's only 10 years old. I mean, can you imagine what it'd be like he can master in all that time? When he gets to college at 15. And now, well, and there's a lot of other things he goes up into. Like, there are more aliens and supervillains. I mean, I'm not going to name them all, but this show is like one of the greatest ones in my childhood. It's always been the best and one of my favorites. Well, that's all for today. I'm not going to take up any more time. Just be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I love you guys having my channel. Be sure to subscribe. I want to make it to 1,000 by next summer. So, have a good one, and rah! This is Critic Creature signing off.